Hey, what's up everyone, and welcome to another video. And it is a brand new week. That means we have to have another rumor about there being a new Nintendo Direct happening sometime in the near future. And when I mean near future, I mean the next few days. Because every rumor is just like, is it going to happen in a couple days? Is it going to happen in a couple days? 3 weeks later, is it going to happen in a couple days? I'm like, there's been so many rumors about a new Nintendo Direct that it's insane. It's been going on for months at this point. Like, it's going to happen in the next week or so. And then it doesn't happen the next week. And then a new rumor comes out. It's going to happen this week. Like, they're going to show Zelda 5. They're going to show Mario fights Ganon. They're going to... Actually, I would be totally down with that game. They're going to show Zero Mission 2. They're going to show Metroid Prime 5. They're going to show Metroid Prime Trilogy. They're going to show all this stuff. If they don't, I'm going to be really upset about it. I'm going to bitch about it on Twitter and then make a YouTube video about how this is the worst Nintendo Direct. I'm going to make a thumbnail where my face is like, ugh, and it's going to say worst Direct ever. So, oh, my hair. I messed up my hair a little bit in that little rant. But, anyway, some people on YouTube are wild. Worst Direct ever. They didn't give me what I wanted. They announced that Direct 5 hours before it even happened, and they didn't show Zelda Breath of the Wind. Screw them. I know it's Breath of the Wild. Don't leave a comment. I'm doing a bit. Anyway, let's get to this, because even though I've ignored the past like 30 rumors about there being a Nintendo Direct, this one I'm actually kind of believing. The reason why, because it's supposed to happen this Friday, by the way, if you don't know, the 28th. Supposedly it's going to happen this Friday. The reason why I believe this is because of the recent leaks that have been happening with Prince of Persia, Skyward Sword, that Mario collection. I believe there's another thing that got leaked. But also, we still have 2 Nintendo Switch games that are coming out this year, supposedly, that do not have release dates. So I can see there being a Nintendo Direct either this week or in the next couple weeks or whatever. So this is going to be my predictions for whenever the hell that next Nintendo Direct happens, or whatever it is. If it ends up being a partner showcase, or ends up being a mini Direct, or whatever it is, these are my predictions for that next one. You know what I mean? Which will suck if the next one happens like next year, because I have a lot of predictions for things that are supposed to, I think, happen this year. So that's gonna suck. But let's get to it. Predictions start now. The only reason why I have this article here is for visual, by the way. We're not going to actually read this one, but they just talk about some of the stuff. So I have predictions. I like doing predictions because I like to see if I'm right or wrong. Most of the time I am wrong, because I am too hyped for things, and then I expect way more than we actually get, or sometimes I expect too little. That happens sometimes. I don't think I've ever recorded on video, but there are times where it happens. All right, so first of all, the two games that are supposed to come out this year, that are exclusive to Switch, not first party games, but they're exclusive to Switch. Let me take a swig real quick. That whole bit made me thirsty. But the 2 games that are supposed to come out this year that are exclusive to Switch, not first party but still exclusive, are No More Heroes 3 and Bravely Default 2. They're supposed to come out this year. Now, there might be another game. There's probably other exclusives, but these are the 2 like big ones. And I believe they're going to announce the release dates for these games at whatever the next Nintendo Direct is. Hopefully it's before these games come out, because then, of course, they're not going to announce, this game came out 3 months ago. That's our announcement. I'm like, okay. I'm gonna predict No More Heroes 3 release date. I can actually see, if this Direct happens this Friday, I could see it being an early October release, because there's not too many October games. Usually October and November are jam-packed, and November's going to be jam-packed only because of the new consoles, but I could totally see No More Heroes 3 sneaking its way in like the middle of October. Bravely Default 2, I can actually see coming out in the beginning of December. The reason why I could see that is because there's been times where Nintendo, even though it's not a first party game, have released games like this in December. Xenoblade Chronicles 2 was released in December. That's the only example I got. But Xenoblade Chronicles 2 and X were both released in December, to be fair. But also you had Smash that was released in December. So they've released games in December. Even other studios have released things in December. You have The Last Guardian 2. I mean, 2. Yeah, okay. The Last Guardian 1 and only. That came out in December. I think like one of the Just Cause games came out in December. I think Dead Rising 4 came out in December. I mean, these aren't great examples, but I'm just saying games come out in December. So I could see that one being early December. Not that it really fit with the Christmas theme or anything, but I mean, it's a JRPG, and JRPGs sometimes come out in December. That's all I'm saying. So No More Heroes 3, but I could see Bravely Default being like late November as well. I could see that for sure. All right, so now let's get to the predictions of new things. Like, they're going to show that Skyward Sword re-release. Here's the question, though. Is it coming out this year? Now, a re-release could totally come out this year. And I think when it was leaked, it said it was supposed to come out this year. I could totally see it coming out this year, but I could also see it totally coming out early next year. I'm going to predict that one's going to be late October, because I think No More Heroes 3 and Skyward Sword have no relevance, really. I could totally see that coming out late October. If not, I could see it early next year. So Skyward Sword re-release, I think they're going to announce that. And I'm actually excited because I love that game. I know a lot of people don't, but I do. And I would love to see how they implement the Joy-Con controls with the motion controls. Because I like the motion controls, actually. I know a lot of people didn't. I hated them in Twilight Princess, but I actually really like them in Skyward Sword because they're actually like accurate for the most part. And the Joy-Cons I think are awesome. So if they add that, that'd be kind of cool. They have to, because a lot of that game is about you doing the motions and stuff. All right. So supposedly there is a Mario collection that got leaked or rumored or whatever, and I would love if this existed, because it's supposed to be Mario 64, Super Mario Sunshine, and Galaxy 1 and 2. Now, that sounds awesome. I want that. I want it in my blood. They don't even need to do anything with those games besides maybe update them to 1080p or whatever. That's all they need to do. That's all they need to do. Hell, even port the DS version of Mario 64, and that would be fine. Because that game looked a little bit better. But just a little bit. Whatever. Port that. That's fine. That would be awesome. And they don't need to do much. So if that does get announced, I could totally see that coming out this year. And that could be like a November game. They could release that early November, maybe even late November. Hell, they could release that next month. Because that could be just a easy port job that they have done already. And people will buy that. Those are 4 excellent games. And shit, I would love to play Mario Sunshine again. Galaxy 1 and 2 as well. Mario 64 as well too. So yeah, I haven't played those games in so long. But anyway, so there you go. Now there is that Prince of Persia remake or remaster or something that got leaked. All right, so all right, Prince of Persia. Is that going to happen? This is the question. Are we going to get Prince of Persia? I'm going to say yes, but it's going to be just the original game. It's not going to be Sands of Time, which is an amazing game. It's not going to be that. It's not going to be like a new game. I think it's going to be the original side-scrolling Prince of Persia game. Just updated, new graphics. It's going to look nice. Maybe it'll even be the new Prince, you know, the one we got from Prince of Persia. It'll look like him moving around or whatever. Maybe it'll be Nolan North from Prince of Persia, the reboot that came out in 2008 or whatever. Maybe it'll be hardcore heavy metal Prince from the what was it called? Shit, I forgot the other 2 games. Warrior Within and something else. I forgot. No, it wasn't Two Thrones. Was it? Was it the Two Thorns? I think that might be right. Whatever. Those games aren't as good as Sands of Time, but they're still good. I don't know why they went heavy metal, like M-rated, but whatever. But anyway, I could see it happening, but they're just gonna show like a quick thing. I don't think it's gonna be a huge thing. And when they do, I think Ubisoft will actually show more of it during their thing next month. The only reason why I say Prince of Persia might actually show up here is because it is coming to Switch and PS4 only, supposedly. If it was also coming to all the other consoles and PC, then I could totally see it just being in the Ubisoft Forward event for next month. But whatever. Metroid Prime 4 update? Possibly. I mean, maybe a new trailer. I think they've worked on it enough where I think they could probably do like a teaser where they actually show maybe some test footage or whatever. But this is the big question. Are they going to finally announce that trilogy? Is this whole freaking direct going to be, hey, remember that old game? Now it's new. Is it going to be all just like, oh, remember all those Mario games? Bam. Remember that Skyward Sword? Bam. Remember that Prince of Persia that I don't think anybody remembers was a side scroller first and then a action adventure 3D game later? Bam. Is it just going to be a full Nintendo Direct of just like, here's all the old shit? Hell, even No More Heroes 3 and Bravely Default 2, those are old franchises. Bravely Default a little bit younger. Like I think the first one came out, what, 2012 or something. So that trilogy, yeah, I could see it. I mean, if they want to go full on, this is an old Direct. We're old. We're old company. Here's all the old games. I could totally see that happening. One thing I think they will show that is a new thing is I think they will announce the Doom Eternal Switch port. I mean, it was already announced, but they're going to say when it's coming out. And I'm assuming it's going to be October, probably close to Halloween. And they might even show what it looks like. I could also see that happening next year, so who knows. But yeah, Doom Eternal Switch port might happen. I'm not sure. One thing I do think will be really cool is I feel like they always do this when it comes to their ports. I think they're going to have a really cool like port that nobody's going to expect. Like, you know, like how Skyrim got ported and Doom got ported and Wolfenstein 2 got ported and everybody's like, whoa. Especially when Doom got ported, everybody's like, whoa, how the hell are they going to do that? And Witcher 3, same thing. I think they're going to have another one. I don't know what it's going to be. I was actually thinking long and hard, like, what the hell is it going to be? And I really couldn't think of one. So, hey, I leave it to you guys. What do you think will be ported to the Switch that will be like a whoa, like a holy shit? Because Cyberpunk might be a little bit too much. That I think that will probably be way too much, actually. But I could see like something like from this year, kind of like a Doom Eternal. That's gonna be a little bit too much for the Switch. But yeah, I can't think of what it could be. GTA 5? That'd be kind of crazy, actually. That'd be awesome though. Tony Hawk Pro Skater 1 and 2 port. This got kind of leaked, I think, in the demo that came out for Pro Skater 1 and 2 HD. I think you can like look through the files and see there is like settings for the Joy-Con controllers or whatever. Like you could find that. That was my iPod. I don't know if you heard that, but yeah, so you could see like settings for it. So that pretty much has been confirmed is happening. So maybe they'll announce that and it'll come out maybe like a month after the original version of Pro Skater 1 and 2 HD. I think they'll show the Apex Legends Switch port too. It's gonna be a lot of ports, and I mean that's really ports, and that's it. I mean they'll probably show some new announcements. They'll probably announce a new Mario Party or something like that. I'm just guessing the stuff that I think is definitely gonna happen. I think they're gonna show that Apex Legends Switch port, maybe even a shadow drop, but they said that most likely it'll be Q3 or 4. We're getting close to Q3, but it probably won't be a shadow drop if they do announce it. It might be one of those things where like it's coming October or whatever, or coming September. Actually, I predicted like late September. So Apex Legends, that's coming. One thing though, and this is actually exclusive technically, and this is my last prediction. Because again, they might announce a new Mario Party, Super Mario Party 2, or they might announce, they might show the new. I should predict this. They will probably show the new Pokemon DLC, the second one. And whatnot, but there might even be a big surprise, like ooh, Return of Castlevania. That would be kind of cool. A classic JRPG returns, like Breath of Fire. I'm just saying, like there might be a huge surprise in this one because it's been a long time. Maybe a new Metroid platformer, maybe Metroid Fusion remake or Zero Mission remake, even though Zero Mission's a remake already. I would love that. Hell, port that Metroid Samus Returns or Return to Samus or whatever. No, I think the original was called Return to Samus. Samus Returns was the 3DS game. Bring that to Switch and upres it. That'd be awesome. But the last thing I think they're going to show, and they already announced this last year, but it's supposed to come out this year, and that is Ruin Factory 5. Ruin Factory 5. 4 came out earlier this year, and it was like a HD remaster of that game. But they announced last year that Ruin Factory 4 was coming, but also 5 was coming this year. Unless it's getting delayed, I think they're going to show that game. I really like Ruin Factory 4. I never finished it, but I got like 45 hours into it, and it was really fun. But yeah, Ruin Factory 5, I totally could see being there. Again, I could see a surprise, like I said, a new something Luigi. Will Luigi make an appearance? New DLC for Luigi's Mansion 3. I could totally see that, considering October's coming up. Maybe they'll have something special. a new Toad Treasure Tracker game, Toad's Treasure Tracker 2 or whatever, or Treasure Finder, whatever it's called. A new Spyro game. I'm just coming up with random shit that could happen. But I'm not going to hype myself too much for something that might not even happen, period. So I'm just not going to hype myself too much. Maybe new Fire Emblem stuff. I could just say anything, and it could happen. So these prediction videos are kind of useless, but these are my predictions. I'm going to keep it realistic. I know these are a lot of ports, but Nintendo Switch is all about ports. So I wouldn't be surprised if most of the Switch Direct that's coming up is going to be port related. It's like, I mean, there's a few things that aren't ports here, like I said, but Rune Factory 5 isn't a port. Bravely Default 2 isn't. No More Heroes 3 isn't. Prince of Persia Remake technically isn't. It's just a remake. Metro Prime 4, if they do show that, that's not port. But a lot of the other things are. But anyway, that is it. That's my predictions. I hope you enjoyed them. I know, kind of whatever. But whatever that next thing is, these are my predictions. And everything I said, new Pokemon DLC, new Advance Wars. Like, I'm just thinking of random shit. The new Smash character, of course. I should have mentioned that. But usually, I feel like they do their own thing for those, right? No, they'll definitely show a new Smash character. Fucking Doom Guy. Bring him. I know it's Doom Slayer. I still call him Doom Guy. Doom Guy. Bring Darth Vader into it. I thought I was wearing that Doom shirt. That's why I looked down. Anyway, I'm done. That's it. Goodbye.